Arch Remainer Confederation of British Industry, CBI, has called for British negotiators to keep up the good work done so far during the bilateral negotiations with the European Union. Speaking to the Institute for Government's audience, CBI boss Carolyn Fairbairn said the UK's priority is now to make the difficult choices related to Brexit as soon as possible to get a bespoke deal which works for us. Explaining that the British economy needs certainties for companies to invest in the future, she asked UK's negotiators to not kick cans down the road. She said, "My members are saying, give us certainty, we need those hard choices to be taken. We must do better than a choice between no deal and a hard left-wing government." CBI boss Carolyn Fairbairn. The mood music and business has moved from real worry about a no deal to more worry about no decision, and what that means for investment going forward. Ms. Fairbairn pointed out that progress has been made recently by the government, including signing an agreement on the transition period, but asked to see key issues such as the Irish border solved as soon as possible. She said, "We would like to see those hard decisions taken. There has been progress, we do have a transition deal, there is softening around the European Court of Justice, there is talk about alignment, there is talk about membership of agencies. Let's see what we can make of that." GetECB boss Carolyn Fairbairn warned Jeremy Corbyn's government could damage the British economy. She added, "Business has been getting its point over. There is a long way to go, but if we can continue that into some fast decisions, we can maybe get this bespoke deal which works for us, and that is what we should be going for." CBI chief Ms. Fairbairn also suggested that UK's negotiators could push even harder with the EU to get an advantageous deal for Britain. "The so-called red lines," she said, "can be more flexible than we think." She added, "I am struck by this when the EU says you can't be a member of any EU agencies but there are at least 12 EU agencies which already have non-EU membership." Ms. Fairbairn suggested that UK's negotiators could push even harder with the EU to get a good deal. Freedom of movement is apparently set in stone, but actually the kind of rules that different countries operate are far more flexible. Ms. Fairbairn also confessed that there are two pretty dreadful scenarios the government should try to avoid as they could heavily hurt the British economy. The first is having MPs voting down the final Brexit deal in Parliament, as it would lead to Britain leaving the bloc without a deal, an outcome feared by the CBI. The second is a new government led by Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. CBI chief said, "It is a pretty dreadful choice facing our multinational businesses. As a country, we can do better than that. We shouldn't be creating that choice. We are showing common sense, we will show more common sense over the next year. We must do better than a choice between no deal and a hard left-wing government."